feet. He washed them to show humility, but he let us know you need that kind of humility to get into my kingdom. But we let all that pass by because we want to be the pastor, sitting in the pulpit in the big chair. And the Father said, pastor's going to hell too.
Yeah, first class.
First class.
That's right.
And that's some of the ones going to go to hell knowing.
Only what is good and you don't want to do it.
And I read to you all in one of the messages of the Feast of Unleavened Bread that to know to do good and don't do it, it's sin.
Yep.
So when you start piling sin on top of sin, you're writing your own prescription of death. You sealing your own damnation. 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse number 9. If I go a little bit fast, don't worry about it. Just write down the scripture. Verse number 9 says, indeed, we had the sentence of death in ourselves. We had what? Where?
In ourselves.
That we should not trust in ourselves, but in Elohim, who raises the dead. What he's saying is, you have betrayed you so much, why would you even trust you?
That's right.
Everything bad that happened to you, 90% of it was because of you. Nobody made you smoke, take dope, drink all that liquor. Nobody made you stay up all night long running the streets. You did that. Nobody made you run away from the church house. Nobody made you keep away from the scripture book. You did that. Everything done to you, not guarantee you, 90% of it was because of you, and we blaming somebody else.
Father Yahweh.
We love blaming somebody else. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have done this. Well, James said, every man is enticed and drawn away by his own lust. Yeah, and nobody made us do it. We wanted what we went after. But did you want what you got? Because if you did, you'd still be doing it. Isn't that right? But we let it pass by after he woke us up. I don't know about y'all, but I'm glad about that. He rescued us. He rescued us. See that right there? I told you there's going to be some happy points in this.
Yes, sir.
See that right there? He rescued me. Take it personally. He rescued me from so great a death, and he does rescue. In other words, he's still in the process of rescuing me. In whom we trust, and he will still rescue us. So the rescuing is not over. He started rescuing us, and he's going to complete it until the day of Yah. Come on, somebody. See, what he's saying is, you let all this time pass by, but if you just come to me right now, I'm going to give you something that's going to outlast this world. I'm going to give you something that's going to outlast this world.
Thank you, Father. Praise Yah.
Going back to Job chapter 9, verse number 25. Job said, my days have become swifter than a post. I said, hold on now, Father, hold on. A post don't move. See how quick we can get off track? The Father said, look up the word. So I looked it up. It means a runner. Job said, my days are passing by swifter than a runner. They said these guys can run so many miles in 24 hours. They move so swift. Job said, that's how my days are passing. How many of y'all feel like time done sped up a little bit? Yeah. I feel like yesterday was just yesterday, but it feel like it was just yesterday, but with the one we called yesterday was 2 months ago. It passed by so fast. I look at Lenora, and I see a little girl walking around with a vocabulary.
Yeah.
But I saw her come into this world.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she walking and talking about she ready to go to school. That fast. I saw Jonathan. Little bitty old thing, premature. Now he talking about people now. Yeah.
Yeah, he kept on.
Are you all right? He let you know you ain't all right. My brother Stanley was preaching last night. Jonathan was preaching.
That's right.
I was saying, let him go.
Hallelujah. Thank you. Hallelujah.
He got that spirit in him already. You know what I'm saying? The runner runs fast. Y'all know when I figured it out last night from some things I read about the Post, how fast they run, they were running 6-minute miles back then. That's pretty fast, isn't it? I mean, right now it's 5 point something, but back then they were running 6-minute miles in the mountain. Huh? For several miles. Like they were running at least 3 to 6 miles per trip. Y'all got that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how fast my life passing in front of me.
That's cool.
He said, wait, y'all didn't understand that. Let me tell you something else. He said, they have fled, talking about this life, they have not seen good.
Yeah.
They have passed by like swift ships.
Yeah.
They passed by like an eagle swooping down. One day I was fishing in the Rio Grande. I ain't caught a thing. And all of a sudden I heard, oh, oh. I looked up, there's a big eagle. And he flying over the same spot where I'm fishing at. And that booger started swooping down. He went, and I mean, he was so fast that's how fast he was moving.
Close to 50 miles an hour.
See that? Close to 50, 60 miles an hour, going down. He already done spotted a fish where I couldn't even catch a fish.
Yes.
And he went down there, pow, hit that water, came up with a rainbow trout that big.
Yes, indeed.
And instead of him flying away to go eat it, he ate it right in front of me. It was like he was saying, this is how you do it, partner. I got upset, but he beat me. So when I saw that, I rolled my pole up and went home. There's no sense in trying to outdo him. Isaiah 38:1, Yeshayahu 38 verse 1. In those days Hezekiah was sick and near death. And Yeshayahu the prophet, the son of Amos, came to him and said to him, thus said Yah, command your house, get your house in order, for you're going to die and not live. Now see, Hezekiah's life was just, you know when you get a bad report, doctor said, that's it for you. You know what you start saying? I wish I had her. I should have. I could have. I would have. All those thoughts passed, and things that you really should have done, you didn't do. Who you should have talked to, you didn't. Who you should have forgiven, you didn't. Who you should have had peace with, you were still angry, and that news came to you, and that anger was embedded in your heart. That unforgiveness was still there. And you done got a pronouncement. You gonna die tonight. Get your house in order. What you gonna do?
Cry out.
See, but you're going to cry out to him to save you who still have unforgiveness and anger and malice in your heart. That's not going to happen. You got to repent. But we don't see how swiftly things happen. They got a funeral going on right now. Right now. That just, and she was gone. Just like that. But when it happened, nobody wasn't ready for that. Most of us sitting in here today, we ain't ready for death to knock on our door. Thankfully to the Father, it's been passing by.
Praise God.
Matter of fact, since we're in the season, it's been passing over. Come on, somebody. Hallelujah. But one thing we need to remember, when it was passing over, they had something inside called unleavened bread. Telling us today that if you want to be saved now, you better be unleavened. The representation of leaven is sin. Isn't that right? Hezekiah turned his face to the wall. How many of us got something to bank on? He had something to bank on. He said, Father, please remember how I've walked before you in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done what is good in your eyes. And he began to weep. See, if you don't have something you can turn back to in your bank with him, then you're in trouble. But Hezekiah had done something.
Praise you.
He took all those statues out. He burned them up and cleansed the house and the temple. He just got Israel together.
Yes.
So when death came knocking at his door, he knocked on heaven's door.
Hallelujah.
Huh?
Hallelujah.
That's what Paul was talking about. Because you had these works, your works cause you to survive the fire.
Yes, indeed. Praise you.
I'm going to give you 15 more.
Yes, indeed.
Come on. See, if I don't know about you, but if the Father told us we had 10 more, what would you find yourself doing for those 10? I guarantee you wouldn't be letting your life just pass by. I guarantee you'll be busy doing the Father's biddings.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
I look at people out on the street. I've been there before. You've been there before. You've been out there before. See, when you've been out there on the streets and surviving with your hand out, when you've been on the streets sleeping in the back of cars or in theaters where you only paid 25 cents to get in, and you have to hustle 25 cents to get a meal from a restaurant that would give them away after 10 o'clock at night.
Yes, indeed.
When you've been there, you start respecting how good life is.
Yes, yes, yes. Praise
Let me tell you one thing. So y'all won't be pitying these people too much, because they don't need your pity out there on the street. Nobody don't need your pity. They're not worried about one bill. They're not worried about washing clothes.
Praise you.
They're not worried about where they're going to go to the bathroom, where they're going to sleep. They're not worried about that. They're not worried about taxes. They ain't worried about that. We are. So who's really in trouble? The indigents on the street or us? All these vexations of the spirit that we go through. And you know what? We done fell in love with it. With the bills, with the getting up early in the morning, running to go to work, dealing with traffic, being cussed out, flip the bird,
Early morning.
early morning.
Yes, indeed.
Then you get to a job that's not going to pay you. And if they do pay you, they're going to underpay you and overwork you.
Yes, indeed.
But we fall in love with that because we think we're doing something, but everything you earn, you're going to leave it right here
Yes, indeed.
for somebody else